Welcome to the show, and what a complete load of shit we've got for you tonight.
I used to laugh at the idea of a woman prime minister.
John, you can ask me questions if you give me notice.
There's no time necessarily for manners.
Doesn't give my opponents much time to run.
I'm responsible for introducing the concept of MMP by accident.
They hate the system.
I used to call the old culture the concrete playground.
Poets in this country have always been the smart ones.
I've been performing since I was born.
I can smell the uranium on it.
No, mai haramai e te whānau ki Aotearoa I tēnei pō, ko Magenta tōku ingoa.
Co-Detective Rogers tōku ingoa.
That's the first time we finally got that fucking intro down.
We nailed it that time. Yeah, we're getting better at a job.
Yeah, right?
A job that we don't get paid for.
A job that we gave ourselves.
Actually,
to be,
I did interview myself.
Yeah, wait, who's going to be on HR?
I can be the boss and HR. There's no problems there.
Nah.
That's never an issue.
Nah, surely I'm HR. Surely.
I guess you can be HR. You can be HR for me when I have a problem with you, and I can be HR for you when you have a problem with me.
I don't know. Okay, maybe Kiwi Skirt's got to be HR actually.
Oh, there you go.
We'll give her a job. Like, it's not like she doesn't have enough of them on New Zealand streaming.
Yeah, do you want
YouTubers.
Another job where you don't get paid for all the effort you put in, Kiwi Skirt? Do you want that?
Yeah, nah.
Do you want more people whining to you?
Surely we can outsource it to someone. I'm sure someone will put their hand up one day. Oh, it's so good being able to see the chat though.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
Good to see it's back.
Them.
How's your day been though? Didn't actually get to ask you before the show this time.
Yeah, no, I've been too busy prepping the show, but I'm hoping everything goes smoothly today. It's been okay. It's it's just a Monday, classic Monday, where it's like, oh great, another 5 days of having to do shit that I don't want to do.
Yeah, good old slave labor.
It's not slave labor. Closer to indentured servitude. You know?
Okay, sorry. You're paid indentured servitude.
Exactly. I'm like, my mic's a little low, but it looks like I might turn mine up too. Why are you so quiet today? Is it the sock? It's the sock diminishing my sound. I'm gonna take the sock off.
Toothpick.
This might sound weird, guys.
Oh, I didn't love that.
I might. Oh, am I louder now?
Yeah, weirdly echoey. That sock actually did a lot more heavy lifting than I fucking realized.
Okay,
Damn.
so I'm gonna put the sock back on. And I'm just
I do actually kind of.
Right
Yeah, I would agree. I'm also gonna try to talk over it as you do it, so it's not so ASMR, because I fucking hate ASMR. Like, oh, gross. You'll never catch us doing an ASMR stream unless we're shit posting it for the meme.
I might do a solo stream one day.
That sock, honestly, it's magic. Okay. Now I kind of want to put a sock over mine.
No one wastes money on a fucking pop filter. A sock will do.
Sadly, the closest sock to me right now is on my foot, and I'm not going to do that.
Just one sock?
Wow, I got 2 socks on.
Okay.
One of them has a hole in it, so
okay. Right.
My toe keeps popping through it. It's really irritating me.
Maybe that's the compromise. Maybe I should poke some holes in
Yeah,
the sock.
Actually.
Yeah,
and you can let in some sound.
Some sound, yeah.
Some sound holes. God. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Anyway,
sock chat. Whew,
you had a good previous week from what I saw. I was jealous. You had like a probably almost hour sit down chat with Tori Farnell.
Oh, it was like 32 minutes.
It felt like an hour. You know?
I mean, I don't know.
Not in a bad way.
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds like a bad thing. But no. We did, I will admit, we did that typical neurodivergent thing where I think we just kept feeding off each other. And like, I realized there was probably a few times where I was like, if I was like a seasoned, broadcaster or radio, announcer, I think I probably could have brought some things back and kind of kept us on certain kind of topics. But at the same time, I'm personally quite happy with all the info we got out of that corridor. So
Yeah, no, it was a good talk. I was fully engaged.
Yeah, no, I was really stoked because like I may or may not have rolled out of bed like 30 minutes before I did that. So yeah, I was a little bit anxious about that.
A little bit dazed.
Oh, well, yeah, just like ever since that sickness, I've just been really hard trying to kick this nocturnalness that I'm in. I'm also thinking with the daylight savings coming back soon, I'm like, probably no point in going too hard on it because daylight savings always messes with my sleep schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Not that to quote my therapist, what sleep schedule? But no, it was great. It was a great corridor. I love talking to Tori. She's honestly, I could talk to her all fucking day. She is so cool.
What happened to client doctor privilege?
Oh, I'm allowed to say it.
Yeah, but why?
He's just not allowed to say it about me.
See, now
it's
you
not like I'm
revealed the
naming
gender.
my therapist.
I don't know. You seem to be doxing your therapist, as we all.
I mean, I don't know. More people need therapy, but also I don't think he's taking on any new clients. So
I'd say probably most people need therapy.
Well, yeah, everyone needs therapy. Yeah. But to be fair, my therapist started listening to BHN.
Oh no. Conflict of interest.
Nah. My therapist is a big lefty, so I'm very lucky in that he can only relate to my struggles with those who sit further on the right side. He is also, obviously, because he's a therapist, he knows quite a wide variety of people in this area. So, like, he knows people who are close with, like, Graham Bloxham, which is always fun when you've got a local therapist who knows a lot of people. Oh,
sounds
thank
like
you, big old B. I appreciate. But you know, it was such a good chat, and I know I did talk to Tori about it a little bit afterwards, and my next thing is after all of the local election, I'm going to be looking at sitting down with her again and actually going through what it's like to be neurodivergent in the public service kind of role, especially, you know, as a mayor. And like we had a little after interview chat where she said that even differences between how it's been with her mayoralty versus running for Māori ward, like she's even notices differences in those. So I'm really excited to kind of get to sit back down with her again and kind of get to hear a bit more what it's like to kind of, I guess, operate within that beast when you are a neurospicy individual.
Everyone complain about daylight savings, just throwing them off for an hour. That's all you guys get. It's just thrown off for like an hour.
I love daylight savings. I just hate when it goes away. I would prefer we just pick daylight savings.
That's true. I would prefer that. It's way worse for me at my job.
Yeah, it is.
So how it works is essentially depending on what side of the year we're on, because you have 2 shifts a year. It shifts here first. I think there's the other place. There's an island.
I think
first.
it might be. I know some of the America ones. It's before us.
I think it is here first. So we shift first. It doesn't matter, but regardless, depending on whether we're going forward or going back, Ireland always goes the other way. So I think we're moving. Oh God, we're moving back, so we start later now. Is that how it works?
No, we're going forward. So you spring forward and you fall backwards. That's how I remember it. So they're going to fall backwards while you spring forward, which means that there'll be like 2 to 3 hours, I believe. That can be the difference.
But all my times are based around Ireland time, except for one client, which does Japan time because we help the clients in Japan. And Japan doesn't change at all, which makes it more confusing. They don't do daylight savings. They're based. Yeah, good on them.
Wow.
But so I believe what I'm going to have is a shift over the next 2 months of 2 hours in my entire work schedule. So right now, starting at 6 o'clock, end of the month, I'm going to be starting at 7 o'clock. Then Ireland shifts next month. So I'll start studying at 8 o'clock, and so it's only an hour. So it's only for 1 month that I've got that change of schedule, and it changes again.
Jesus.
And then it fucks my shit up.
Nah, yeah, well, because I'm like, at least once you get out to that 8 a.m. start, that means we'll start seeing you on the BHN chat a bit more. Because obviously you've been so much earlier, you're fucking, on the wind down.
Yeah, I find myself having naps around like 4 p.m.
Damn, cool.
Yeah, no.
Who is he?
Old man.
Oh, well, I love the fact that we've gone on a daylight savings chat rant, because honestly, I love it, because, I obviously don't have work overseas, but I have been in D&D campaigns where, like, we're all in different parts of the world, and the amount of bullshit that would happen with that staggering daylight savings, it would just be so fucking just annoying to try to remember.
Yep.
It's not even that big of a deal. It's more just like, oh shit, has it changed? Or is it not? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I used to not notice once upon a time. I'd just be like, I felt like I got less sleep last night. It used to be like that.
Yeah. And it's like, oh yeah, maybe I actually did.
Well, actually, because I've been getting pretty used to not, like, getting up without a clock now as well, and it's going to fuck that up too, I feel.
I was going to say, that's impressive. I've never been able to do that.
Yeah, well, no, I found, it's probably because you get up so irregularly, so your body doesn't get into that circadian rhythm.
Yeah, because my body's not capable of going to sleep regularly.
Your body's not capable of internal stability.
Honestly, just my body's not capable is probably a full sentence. But yeah, I think I also, like, my mum has never had a very good circadian rhythm. Like, genetically, I'm not exactly, I don't exactly have the best people in my court, because most of them are night owls as well. So there's also the whole argument of, like, there's some people who aren't on a 24-hour cycle. There's also some people who benefit from biphasic sleeping. Like, sleeping on a 9 to 5 daily roster is a lot newer than I think we often realize or think about.
All right. I think we've got enough people in here now. We should probably get into the meat and potatoes. Stop edging people.
Go on. Nana naps rock, though.
Yeah.
Like, love that. I can't nana nap, because if I fall asleep, I stay asleep. Because before, it's hard for me to go to sleep.
Yeah, I don't know what I think my couch is, like, uncomfortable, but, like, to the point where it's just, like, where you're sitting there for, like, more than a few hours. So I fall asleep on the couch, and I wake up, and I, like, sort of feel a bit uncomfortable, because it's like, if you sit there long enough,
stuff is a bit.
Yeah, and you can feel the wood underneath after long enough, and so kind of the couch wakes me up for me.
Yeah. That makes sense.
All right, let's move along.
Yeah, we better get into some meat and potatoes.
Meat and potatoes. All right, first thing up, we've got everyone's favorite host. No, it's not Ryan Bridges. Bridge. It's Mike Hoskings. We got Luxon just talking about the by-election that came out today. I just thought, it was probably something easy we could just pop on and just talk about. So I wanted to see what his thoughts were. So let's get into it.
Doesn't it? Well, it surprised me completely, because I thought Labour would trounce Te Pāti and they got killed, 2-1, and basically they got 3,000 votes out of 65,000 potential voters in that seat. So surprised me a bit. I thought maybe I think at the end of the day they haven't had any policies. They've just been criticising, but haven't actually come forward with any policies or ideas. And I felt sorry for Penny Henry, because Hipkins wasn't even in the party on Saturday night there supporting his team.
You can't say shit about not showing up to things.
Right?
Says the man who didn't didn't show up for, like, the climate, like, address with the UN, like that thing. No, it wasn't that. No, that was the thing in Australia, the summit, I think it was. He didn't show up to that. He didn't show up to was it the Ukraine meeting? That was like 1 a.m. in the morning for him or something. He's like, it's too early for me.
Yeah.
Some bullshit like that. Yeah.
Well, and I mean, he also didn't go to Koroneihana because he had to go to IKEA.
Yep. Didn't go to Waitangi, I believe.
Yeah, because
either.
he's a little bitch.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I think the same day he didn't go to Waitangi, he was working with some iwi on opening up something because obviously he had to be like, look, I'm still spending time with the brown people on Waitangi Day. You can't be mad at me.
Yeah. So he's got fucking no room to speak on that. Not to be his little jab at Labour, his frustrating jab. They got no policies. They're just criticizing. It's like that's their job as the opposition, as they used to call it, the king's opposition.
I mean, to be fair, there was so many things he could have gone in on Labour for, and he didn't. He went with that.
Yeah.
Like, he could have gone so many directions with a jab that might have actually, And
they've got no obligation to have policy. Like, I got my criticisms of them, and probably, like, ideally, I think they probably should start releasing policy at this point, but it is funny. It is funny that they've got nothing to swing at. It's just the funniest thing.
I mean, I will say it does, because I can't remember if it must have been on BHN or something, but I remember them talking about how Labour, they're waiting until closer to, the election and stuff, because, maybe they don't want to let National know what their kind of tactic is. And then it almost seems like maybe that is the case, because maybe that's why they're so upset, being like, come on, I can't copy your homework if you don't show it to me.
Yeah, but I still think they could have done things like shown an alternative budget, like something that they couldn't at least directly steal, like
absolutely.
what Greens did, for example. Like, I don't know, just at least something, just to say like we've put some thought into this, but I don't know. Also, his prediction, he seemed to think it was a shoo-in for Labour in that electorate. I don't know why. Any thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I guess he probably just in more of the fact that, Labour has the legacy, the longevity. I mean, Penny did also hold the Tamaki seat for quite a substantial amount of time, I believe. I think he only just lost it in the last election, which was with Takutai. And then, so, like, I think there was a lot of kind of, I guess, reasons when you consider that he's had that seat, he's lived in that rohe for, like, I'm going to say at least the last 20-something years, probably even longer than that. I know I was reading some article where he was talking about it.
This might be a good opportunity actually to go into the other article that you pulled up, I suppose, whilst we're on the topic, just to transition to the results of the by-election. Penny won. Sorry, not Penny, or anyone.
Yes.
By a considerable margin, more than double the vote.
Oh, she absolutely fucking smoked his ass.
Yeah. I mean, it was like, I'm not sure if it was a historically low turnout. I don't. Well, it's a by-election, which makes it a bit of an oddity. So I'm not sure what numbers we would typically expect. But
I believe it was from some of the articles I was reading. I believe it was one of the lowest ever voter turnout. Because
like
it
for
was
an
only,
election in general, or that
for a by-election, I believe. But
by-election.
I know that
it was less than
he got. Luxon misquoted it. They didn't have 65,000 potential voters. It's 44,000. But still, like, out of the, I think, 9,000 something that, nearly 10K out of 44K. So, like, still not the best turnout rate. And I think I also saw Hana Tamaki only got, like, 126.
Yeah, like...
Basically, Destiny Church members.
The most insignificant proportion.
It was great.
Yeah, these are like the people and maybe some of the ones you knocked the door on, knocked on their door, and you convinced them.
Oh, she wouldn't have even done the door knocking. She would have got her fucking DC crew to go and do it.
Oh, from what I've seen of her like Instagram, these probably would have been people in like hospital and like critical care. It seems to be her favorite thing. I'm not saying that she actually does that for her going around like getting votes from there, but that seems to be like her favorite thing right now is visiting people in wards. I don't know. Maybe that's just the thing she's awake
I guess. Well, I mean, maybe she's trying to look, kind of prophet-like going, and
I think that's just a natural, like, predatory thing for, like, sort of religious people to do. Go around to people who are, sort of
literally broken.
Yeah, broken spiritually, emotionally, all that stuff, and just sort of say, hey, you know who's here for you? God, and he needs your money.
Right? God said, Jesus said you should give me your money.
Yeah. Yep, so do we have actually anything specific we wanted to go into here?
Oh, I mostly just sent that one in because I thought it had a decent chunk of. I did see that he conceded.
Yeah.
But man, does he look fucking...
This is a bit of a sorrowful picture.
Oh, mate, it looks like he's just been crying. When I saw that, I was like, ooh.
Even Willie, everyone looks pretty... All these faces are just so...
Oh, yeah. Actually, I did see... I know Willie Jackson put out a post on Facebook as well. I'll have a look at it while you do that.
All right. How much maybe, like, because it was way less of a turnout than he expected, like, in terms of votes for him. How much of that do you think was affected by just the fact that he was contesting the seat when he was?
I mean, I definitely think that there would have been a lot. I do think that some of the messaging around like what would happen in terms of what Te Pāti Māori would lose probably did play at least a role in people who specifically voted for Orini. I'm not sure how much it would have put off people that they just wouldn't have voted in general, but I definitely think that that could be a good portion behind the surge for her. And also they were just pushing a lot more. They were, doing a lot of local events and stuff to try to encourage people and educate people. So
yeah, a lot of the sort of discussion around later I've seen around this is like, Hipkins must be beside himself, they're working so hard. I'm like, what? I don't know why they're trying so hard to win the Māori seats. Like, that really doesn't seem like it should be their priority, at least not from what I
Oh, no.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like a good strategy to be focusing on.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've noticed a lot though recently that there is just they're almost weirdly positioning themselves not only against the coalition side, but against the opposition side. Almost in a weird way, and it's I don't get it either. I feel like they either... I don't know, it almost feels like maybe they're kind of trying to figure out which way to go, so they're testing little things here and there. But even then, I don't really understand what's going on. Well, at least within it from like a Chris Hipkins perspective, because like when it comes to the individual like sitting EMPs within Labour, there are a lot of them who are doing really good work, obviously, like Kieran and Barbara and all of those. So like, yeah, I don't know, they just feel like a confusing mess.
Yeah, well, it is a confusing sort of position they're in as well. Like, it's, I guess, because you have people on like the left who are saying you're not left enough, but when they, I guess when they try to contest leftist seats, people sort of like, well, fuck you, why are you doing this? So it's a bit of a mixed bag. It's like
I mean,
and when they try to play the middle, or I guess more right, it seems to, people are sort of like, fuck you, why are you trying to placate towards the more right crowd? And I think the thing they should do, they should play, I think, more center left. I think not pull votes from the left, but they shouldn't do that at the expense of criticizing the left parties. I think is the biggest asterisk there for me, because that seems to be their biggest issue. Is they, that they seem to claim their left party, and then they criticize the Greens and TPM for, being extremist or whatever, in their rhetoric, and it just they're in a weird position, I feel.
Yeah, I just think that they're kind of there's like definitely like staying in the middle, there's some of that. But I think it's also that like there are certain values that align more left that they're not standing very clear on that I think is kind of making people feel a little uneasy and a little like, okay, well, if you're willing to potentially compromise on this kind of more moral side standing type thing, what else might you also be willing to compromise on? Because, like, I mean, I know we've talked about it before in terms of like, leftists can sometimes be a bit too fucking over the top and need to chill out a little bit and just let people be, fallible. But I also do think that there is a clear line of where it's like, okay, well, if this stuff is kind of leaning towards that more, bigoted bullshit, basically, then I'm not cool and I'm not on board with that.
Yeah, I'd be fine with them not painting themselves as either and just trying to take everything on a case by case basis. But I don't know. I don't see, even then they're still going to be viewed as the left bloc, so they probably shouldn't be fighting for left seats. So
no,
yeah.
I don't think they should. And I mean, like, I know that Jack kind of in his Q&A with Penny kind of did ask questions being like, oh, what about those people who might not want to vote for you because of radical TPM? And like, to me, that's just, it just feels like kind of leaning into the right when you start kind of going down that rhetoric line.
Well, that doesn't even make sense to me. Like if your objective is to is that TPM is too radical, you should vote for Labour, and ideally they would be more moderate in comparison.
Yeah, but I think the idea is not so much that they should. It's more because they're like, oh well, what if they influence and they'll create like disagreements within the coalition and all those kinds of things. I think it's more about that kind of
it's more of a nuanced argument. I guess we can get that another day. Fuck it, I don't have the energy to talk about that shit today. It's a big conundrum.
Yeah. Do we have any more of the Luxon stuff that
yeah, we do. We'll move on from that clip. That's just why I think we need a more extreme left party, just so people can point to. That's my point that I keep making.
I'm pretty sure all we need is like $500 to start a party or some shit like that.
Yeah, we need like a far left communist party. So when people go, the Greens are communists, they're like, nah, it's these guys. They're the communists. See?
And as I always say, you should start that party.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Live your best dream.
Now this was him on, I don't actually recall. That's the wrong one. This is him on Paris Agreement. I actually pulled up some stuff for this.
Okay. Paris, did you watch Peter's speech yesterday?
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah,
I read it. I didn't
I thought it was moderately entertaining.
Yeah.
It went for over an hour.
I did too. He talked about unity. Winston Peters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't know. It didn't make sense to me either. Yeah, well, it's not the only thing he talked about, but I was just thought that was a weird thing when he brought that up. I was like, of all people, you're bringing up unity. You're like one of the most divisive parliamentarians I've ever seen.
He wants out of Paris. Seymour wants out of Paris. 66% of the government want out of Paris. How do you handle that? Well,
that's just a dumb. That doesn't add up. That's not 66% of the government. So that's not how it works. Like what's national? Probably at least half of the current coalition, maybe probably more. I'm not sure what the full percentage would be. I think So those numbers don't add up. Sorry, Mike.
Well, I mean, the government, the coalition government today. I mean, they might have different party positions going forward. Let's see where they get to. But the coalition government has made the correct assessment that actually, if you want to come out of Paris and join Libya, Yemen, and Iran, and now recently the US, as the only 4 countries that are not part of it, that is a massive punishment to our farmers, and it's going to make all New Zealanders poorer. Because I can tell you what's going to happen is that the countries that we compete with and the large multinational countries that we sell our products to, particularly think dairy, they're going to kick us off our shelves. They'd like nothing more than that to happen. So we ain't.
he says that like they're sitting there rubbing their hands, like ready to do that. But I mean, we have a trade agreement that's reliant. Both sides have agreed to uphold their climate commitments. So yeah, that's basically the issue there. So it basically makes the trade agreement between us and the EU null and void if we don't meet those targets. So yeah, it's not like they're sitting there going, "I can't wait to kick out New Zealand products." Fuck those guys.
And was he also saying that? Well, America's not doing it. Is that what he was meaning?
Yeah. Well, no, he was actually saying we shouldn't be. We don't want to be. He's actually defending it right now. So he's saying, we don't want to be with Yemen and USA.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
We ain't going to punish the farmers and we ain't going to make New Zealand poorer. But equally...
If it wasn't for the farmers, because you referenced trade here and it's tied up in trade deals, but as an exercise in saving the planet, it's not working. I mean, that's just a statement of fact, isn't it? Well, I mean...
Hold up. That's not a statement of fact. That is an opinion. That is a fucking opinion, okay?
Wow. Jesus Christ. Mike Hoskings out here telling us the facts of the world.
Yeah, I love unbiased journalism. What happened to unbiased journalism? Now this is a fact.
Right? What data does he have to substantiate that?
I don't know, and I don't know what he's trying to push here either, because sounds like he's trying to suggest we should pull out of the agreement because they're not working, which is just the dumbest argument anyway, because it's not working doesn't mean like, oh well, let's give up. It's like, no, I guess we should try harder then, shouldn't we? You know? I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me.
To be fair, they've done that with a few things. Like, I think that was part of their excuse for why to disestablish the Māori Health Authority. They were like, oh well, it's not doing anything. Because it had only been in for a year and was only just getting fucking set up properly.
And that's not a reason to tap out. It's like, okay, we're going to need to try harder. Like, we're not trying hard enough. I mean, who was it? Jacinda, who was saying in their interview with whoever show she was on a few weeks back. Steve Holbeer, was it? Something like that. I think she's been interviewed by someone. She's they asked about her goals, and she said the point was we need to set ambitious goals, not just like mediocre ones where it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure we can make this one. That's something we can meet.
Yeah. And it was also about the fact that she was like, how can we go out there as a government and say that we condone so like basically setting suicide target rates? Like, you can't say there's a number
that you
can reach
suicide target
because of the fact it's like, that would be us saying we'll be okay if only this many people kill themselves. Yeah, and obviously that's fucked up.
Well, it sounds like that would be Hosking's view. So
I mean, absolutely.
We are prioritizing economic growth in this country, and I've been really clear about that. We can see, if you look at farming, for example, our farming emissions are coming down. That's because actually our farmers are doing things like, the work at LIC on breeding programs. There's a whole bunch of technology, genuine technology and innovation that's making them more productive. So actually, we want to be able to, that we should be able to
exploit.
Get more.
So that's true. Yeah, exploit. That's true. So I actually did a little bit of research before coming on here. So that is true that we have actually seen a reduction. So what we've seen here, here's a little table of reduction. All this side is the reductions based on the region. For some reason, Waikato has just exploded. It's gone up a lot in Waikato, but overall it's gone down, I believe. But for some reason, Waikato is not pulling its weight. It's just fucking shot up. That's
I wonder if that has to do with like farming, or whether that's what's the yellow?
It just says good producing industries overall.
Oh, okay.
So it's not just farming.
The Waikato is where they've got Mercury energy. They used to be called Mighty River Power.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, they're in the Waikato, so I'm wondering if that's it.
In fact, my guess actually farming would probably be primary industries, wouldn't it? So it would be these ones, I think.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah. So okay, in which case Waikato would have gone down. Okay. So it would have just been Taranaki, I guess, that have gone up a fair bit. But anyway, that's overall, but I got more specifics here. So as you can see, this is as the most recent snapshot that was released from the environment, whatever it's called, Ministry of the Environment. This is between 2021 and 2022. As you can see, agriculture decreased the least. They all went down, but agriculture has decreased the least. And now there might be like, at least it's a win, you know. But as we can see down here, for these statistics, agriculture makes up significantly the most amounts of our carbon emissions by a lot.
Yeah.
53%.
Jesus.
Yeah, and if we go down here, it sort of just shows the breakup. And now most of that is methane. So because what it's saying is CO2 dash E, which is like CO2 equivalent or whatever. And just for those people who are going to say, but methane's not as bad. It's not doesn't last as long. The average is, about 10 to 12 years, I believe, but it's about 80% more effective or more potent at trapping heat in the environment within that time as compared to like traditional carbon dioxide. So it might not be
more
around
damage in a
less
amount of
time. Yeah. So, or at least significantly more damage.
Yeah, goes harder, faster.
Exactly. Yeah. So there you go. Just a little bit of context there.
I'm also, so if it makes up what you said, there was about 50%. Was that the right? I'm curious how much dairy farms, what their percentages out of our total GDP, because I'm going to assume it's not 50%.
No, just dairy? Yeah, I don't know about just dairy.
Yeah.
Farming in general is a little over 50% of our export, at least.
Well, I'm more saying for methane, because most of that would be from what, dairy farms?
I don't know. I can try and get those figures.
To be fair, we don't have to get them live, but
yeah, no, I can
definitely. Yeah, I'm kind of curious now, like if it does 50% of all of that in the atmosphere.
Here it is. No, I got it all here. Hold up. Ignore the one that's behind the paywall. We don't need it here. Here's our export products. So all this, I think, orange is agriculture.
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe.
Okay.
So most of it's concentrated.
Close to half.
Yeah, close to half.
A lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Okay. I'll at least give them that.
I'll allow it.
Nah, it still would be better if it was actually like the same exact percentage,
Yeah.
But hey, at least we know that it's somewhat relative.
Exactly.
More farming done in this country, given the land that we've got, and also be able to lower emissions at the same time. And we've got a series of really good pipeline of innovation now under what's called this Agri Zero project stream of real stuff that makes.
So he's mentioned two things there: the Agri Zero and the LIC breeding programs, both of which started before his government came in. Just FYI, so nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
So do you still believe in 2050? You still believe in net zero by 2050?
Actually, if you look at our plans at this point, the latest plan suggests we might even do it 6 years early.
Now that is a dubious claim. I looked into that, and that is essentially their most optimistic figure. So he's talking about the most, if everything goes perfect, if everything goes 100% according to plan, we could be 6 years ahead of time. Could be, yeah. The more the average was looking like it was going to be, they're still predicting around 2050 as their average. It looks more like they're expecting us to be sort of on the dot. But I tell you what, a lot of those I looked into it, and a lot of those targets rely on, oh God, what was it? Planting of trees to offset emissions. Yeah, that was a big one. And they rely, they specify this, they rely in like advancements in rapid technological advancements in technology as in their calculations. So if we don't advance some of these, if some of these technologies aren't advancing as quickly as predicted, as history typically shows, it's typically not the case. It's typically, look at the predictions they made for year 2001 back in the 60s, Nah.
Yeah, we're nowhere near what we thought.
Yeah, we're talking about 30 years down the road. It's probably not going to be as hopeful, I'd say. And another one was I can't remember the other point was. Anyway, don't worry.
It's not about
what
the
people haven't
targets.
understood is the agriculture
Sure,
part of it.
targets.
They have really been adopting technology innovation, and actually emissions have been coming down at a great rate. It won't be difficult for agriculture to deal with it. But all I'm just saying is, if you really want to pull it out, I'm telling you right now, it'll be a trade barrier immediately.
Okay. The AWS, it wasn't this time last
Can we
week, but
clip
it was
that if you
was
want to
tomorrow
pull it
last
out?
week.
What?
Don't worry.
I just heard you're pulling it out. And we're
Yeah, well, he said if you want to pull
All
it
I'm
out.
saying is, if you really want to pull it out, I'm telling you right now, it'll be a
Go on,
trade
Mike.
barrier immediately.
Pull it out.
It'd be a trade barrier immediately.
Trade barrier in his pants.
Yeah, we could continue. I've just sort of got noted down here that he goes on, he discusses his Amazon thing, and then he whines about the media being mean. Then Hoskings, oh yeah, that was kind of funny at the end. Hoskings whining about what's not coming on.
Oh.
Any fair treatment or not, but I just think it's not particularly helpful or useful.
What's the timeline? Simon Watts refused to come on this program last week because he was in Australia.
Yes, doing the 2+ doing the formal meetings.
So he was in
with the
Australia.
Australia New Zealand Leadership
And
Forum.
we wanted him on. What do we want him on? About 5:30, I think we wanted him on Australian
Why won't he come
time.
on my show?
Acceptable or not?
Well, I try and get to you at 1:30 in the morning in Europe, so I think if I can do it, I think all my team should make the effort to do it.
Well,
yeah, I wonder.
Wait, that's not too early for it. What a fucking, that's not too early for it.
Oh, ZB wants me?
I got
Fuck
shit
yeah.
falling
Ukraine?
off my bloody computer desk. Fucking hell. Oh my god. See? Whenever it's for white people, I'm there. Baby, I'm there. I'll be there for you at 1 a.m. in the morning.
Hell yeah.
But you marries 9 to 5. Or actually, probably more like 10 to 4.
Yeah, what's that? You want to do a softball interview, puff piece about me? Fuck yeah, I'll be there.
Literally, though.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. That's all I had.
Oh, wow. That was enough. That was enough Luxon for today.
Yeah. Well, that's sort of why I put it on, because I was listening to it and I was just like, there's so much stupidity just packed into just such little time. It just seems. Actually, just one thing. Actually, I want to point out I did notice as well whilst I was going through it, because I noticed, and this might be slow because for some reason I got too many Chrome tabs open and it's fucking crashing. I noticed the comments were turned off, and I was like, that's not a normal thing for like ZB or these like right-winger channels. Typically, I thought. So I went to check, and it doesn't. It seems like if you go back, I don't know, like 4 weeks. Or so, let's see. Yeah, comments are on, and they're on pretty much everything. Until like I think it's around a week or so ago. Yeah, 3 weeks ago. There you go. They just started turning them off, and from then on they're just all off. So I'm wondering if the cookers are just coming in fucking mad at him, just stirring up his comment sections. And so, like, we gotta turn this shit off.
Well, yeah, because I mean, usually you'd only see them turn it off if it was like stuff about, I don't know, the queer community or whatever. But interesting. Maybe they were like, we wanna shine his little bald head and make sure that his ego doesn't get like damaged at all. I don't know. It could be preventative too, but that is interesting that they've changed that all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I guess maybe they're not so bold in their claims anymore then.
Yeah, because it's usually like One News, RNZ, all those people, they usually have the comments off or just completely moderated, and they don't allow any comments on. I think that's what
Even
One News
then,
does.
sometimes I think it depends on the articles as well. Sometimes they'll just be like, it's fine, but then you'll often find when it's like, say something about a queer person, they'll like, close those ones.
Well, it's sort of like I think it's like the highlight sort of big discussion ones, like Q&A, like those ones have comments on. But like, yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the next three, I reckon we'll go into the Benjamin kōrero next because it's probably going to be one of the biggest ones.
Yeah.
And the other couple of things, honestly, I don't think we really need to. There wouldn't be a lot to look over and discuss anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I know people were curious. We didn't cover this on BHN on Friday, so this is my exclusive opinion.
Oh, hot take.
Nah, no hot takes.
No hot takes?
Only probably about as hot and takey as we expect it to be. Yes, obviously, if somehow people are not aware, Benjamin Doyle from the Green Party has tendered their resignation. They posted on Friday afternoon, and I believe...
Yeah, I saw it on Friday. I read it. And
yeah.
I was just like,
Oh, yeah, I think I saw it on Facebook. That's right. I was just scrolling through Facebook, just having a nosy, and then I was like, oh no. Because obviously, Benjamin being our first ever non-binary MP was obviously something that I got extremely excited about. And now we see and because I think the worst thing someone else pointed out to me was that I believe their last day of work is going to be on October 9th, I think. No, or is it October 10th? Either way, it's actually, they're not going to make their 12 months from their first ever speech, their maiden speech, which I am just like, wow. So basically, I mean, I'm running ahead a little bit. Basically, they've gone and run out the first ever non-binary MP within 12 months.
That's fucked.
And honestly, that says to me so much about the position we're in as a country. Like, not to also, like, ignore the fact that there's all the Māori bullshit as well. That's one part of me. We're going to the gay side of me today, though. And yeah, I'm just, like, absolutely disgusted that our country has gotten this ugly, because, like, we'll be able to... This is an article that I'll go through a little bit, because this was a really amazing article from Aotearoa that basically talks about kind of that this is a way bigger issue. I mean, we'll start through it. So yeah, Doyle, the country's first non-binary MP, has been hounded from office by poisonous transphobic hate. Death threats, online conspiracy, and relentless attacks culminated in haters declaring their social media history inappropriate. But this was never just about one Instagram account. It is about who is allowed to exist in Parliament and who is not. Under Te Tiriti, the Crown has a duty to create safe spaces for tangata whenua and tangata tiriti. Parliament, as the Crown's whare, should be the one place where manaakitanga and whanaungatanga are practiced without question. Instead, Doyle describes being targeted with poisonous, transphobic hate and imported culture wars, not only from extremists online, but from individuals who hold the highest level of authority in this institution. Some of their attackers publicly framed Doyle's posts as a danger to children. It is the colonial trope. Demonizing queer, takatapui, and Māori is unsafe, unfit, or undeserving of power. This is not just a personal attack on Doyle, it's a breach of the Crown's responsibility to uphold Māori rights, takatapui dignity, and to foster equity in the House. Which I hadn't even really considered that aspect before I read this article, and I'm like, damn. Decolonizing everything is going to take so long.
Also, just the sheer cowardice of Luxon not speaking out in defense of a Minister of Parliament who's getting active death threats over nothing, baseless claims, that has been targeting...
fucking Instagram posts.
Personal Instagram, targeting their family. I don't think he's even spoken about it ever. I think when the story broke and all went down, he was conveniently out of the country, as he always seems to be.
Yeah, because I think we might have noted at the time he wasn't in the country, but I kind of only just realized, yeah, he never fucking said a thing, did he?
No,
I mean, I'm not surprised. Unfortunately.
Well, because he'd have to speak down to his fucking coalition partners and say, guys, stop stirring shit, stop being absolute cuntbags, and like fucking.
He could win over so many of the queer community if he actually defended.
Yes.
I mean, I don't think he would though, because it doesn't fit his voter base.
But he could make a stance at least, like, hey, I might disagree with this and this lifestyle, but this is not the fucking way to go about it. At least make some kind of moral stance, like. Your morals reflect on the ethics of society, and the fact that you're letting this run rampant makes it an ethical thing to do within the society that you're governing. So he really more or less is encouraging it by not shutting it down, by not. I don't know what the police are doing about it, or if there's anything actually being done about it.
Well, that's the thing, is they can only do things in terms of when anything actually more physical tends to happen, because that's a lot of the issues. Is like, I mean, probably once the stalking laws that we've just been putting the bills through come through, then you'll have a lot more power in terms of that. But unfortunately, it's really not helpful. Like, the police often can't do pretty much anything.
And this will backfire on them at some point. At some point, this will happen to them, and it'll be like, fucking, who's crying now? Like, why should... Anyway.
And I'll just go into some of this as well, because, like, honestly, it's such a good article. Doyle's insistence on bringing their full self into Parliament mattered deeply for rangatahi takatapoi, and also takatapoi adults, like me, who face some of the highest suicide rates in the country. Their refusal to erase identity was a lifeline of visibility and courage. I refuse to be disappeared by hate, Doyle declared, yet the imported culture war conspiracies, familiar with US politics, twisted their Instagram into evidence of perversion. Images of their child were stolen, decontextualized, and weaponized online. The pattern is familiar. Georgina Beyer, the world's first openly transgender MP, was met with the same vitriol a generation ago. Then as now, mainstream media and politics failed to grasp takatapui reo, humour and cultural nuance. Instead, they made takatapui defend their very right to exist. And
was this all written by Benjamin?
No, this is written by...
Oh, okay, this is a news article, don't worry.
Claudette Hoiti from Waitomo. Honestly, such a good piece, though. And
the transgender community has just had a hard time. Like, anyone who recognizes the struggles of the queer community, and specifically gay people, it's been worse for trans. Even worse. Like, look back at the history of the queer community and the gay rights movement. You go back to sort of around the 60s and stuff, where a lot of this stuff started picking up. At one point, essentially the gay community more or less threw the trans community under the bus so they can make quicker gains within their own goals. Whether or not people think that was a good strategic
back.
move.
I don't know if you're aware, but they're back.
What?
They've been coming back for like the last 8 years. I don't know if you've heard of Ariella Scarcella, but she's an American content creator and a part of this movement that call themselves LGB Drop the T. And they're basically a queer group who are basically trying to be like, get trans people out of the queer community. They don't belong here because it's not about sexuality.
Okay.
If that's the thing is, unfortunately, we're seeing a rise in all of this stuff again. Like, all of the things that have led to this have been getting really loud over probably like the last at least 5 years that I've noticed. I mean, obviously they've been, for me, all of this kind of just proves that I don't think people were really as accepting and as loving and as open and understanding as they were claiming to be. I think it was just kind of, they were willing to tolerate so much. And then as soon as we started getting more, that tolerance has either been waning or used as a kind of mechanism for other things. But either way, I feel like there's a lot of people who so-called were accepting that the second that they could, they dumped it. And they're like, cool, I can just go back to being a cunt.
Yeah, I mean, look, maybe. I mean, it could also just be more reflective of how just fucked everything is, that someone's looking for something to point the finger at, people to blame. Maybe that could also be.
I mean, I think, it's definitely, like, that part of my statement more comes from, I guess, the slightly defeated nature. But at the same time, I do know for a fact that, like, the right wing and the Atlas Network have played a huge fucking part in this. They have been using our communities to create so much bullshit across the world. Like, and that's why this is frustrating to me, because we see in the UK them changing the laws and access to gender affirming care. We see even just the overturning of Roe v. Wade in America. All of these things are happening to people who only really just started kind of clawing their way up the fucking ranks of respect and privilege. Like, it's all these minority groups, we're all getting kind of pushed down the slide again.
Yeah, and
I say slide because they're pulling it up. Exactly. And then we're having fights with each other, and it's really frustrating. Because I'll find the...
Yeah, well, the reason I paint it as, like, an enemy, like, people trying to find an enemy, because once they've battered this so-called enemy out of existence, and they don't have to point the finger at them anymore, they might be coming for you and your people.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's,
Oh, yeah, like... Well, there's that poem people always talk about quoting, first they came for blah, blah, blah. And that's the thing, is, like...
And again, that was a great poem. First they came for blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, people know what I'm talking about, though. I'm not here to recite and remember poems. I'm here to yell and be angry about the government.
So elegant.
Right? Hey, I got to balance out all the smart shit I do, all right?
That's true.
I can't be like, do you know how powerful I would be if I could be, like, fully put together? Like, dude, this world couldn't handle me. Like...
If I wasn't mentally chaotic, I could run intellectual circles around you.
Mentally chaotic. That is accurate as fuck.
That's the appropriate term now.
I think the one thing, though, that really stood out to me, to kind of come back to what we were talking about, is that there was a part... I'm trying to find the actual statement, because I realized this opinion piece obviously doesn't have it. Here it is. So the actual letter... goes as, I'll share it now. Over the past month, I have been in a journey of healing. During this time, I have come to the realization that I cannot complete this journey while in Parliament. After having baseless and violent accusations thrown at me, basically, whānau is the most precious thing in the world. From the start, I have always said my child is my priority. My Tamaiti asked me to leave Parliament, and I am leaving for them and my own well-being. And when I read that, I just went, what the fuck have people been doing that this child is seeing that makes them fear for their parent enough to say, please stop working? Like, kids do not make asks like that, out of nowhere. And the fact that obviously this vitriol and all this horrible, ugly bullshit has literally affected a child that is just like, that loves their parent, that is just trying to go to fucking, I can't remember how old they are. I think they might be still primary school age, though.
I think they were definitely young.
Yeah, I didn't think they were...
young enough they could pick them up.
Yeah, I know that they're definitely, they're not at the end of primary, I don't believe. But yeah, like, that's what really stood out to me, was just like, who the fuck has been targeting this kid? Who has been saying what or encouraging bullying behaviors towards this kid? Because that is just...
Yeah, it ironically goes against their entire goal, which was to protect the child, to protect kids, and to ruin this little kid's life.
Well, yeah, and I mean, kind of like, and the fact that also, like, you know, Benjamin's like, I've been on a healing journey that was started by fucking Winston Peters, someone inside the house. We already know.
I was just asking questions. Why was the media not reporting this?
Right? Just asking questions.
They did report it disproportionately compared to the pedophiles in ACT.
Exactly. And that's the thing is, like, we know this. We know that they are just projecting in that. But it's just, it's disheartening to see a literal groundbreaking MP who was also doing amazing mahi. Because, like, we've covered quite a bit of it, like the fire and emergency services New Zealand, all of the underfunding that they've been going through. Like, Benjamin was doing so much mahi during scrutiny week and has been working on bills around helping people get better access to surrogacy, because I know that was one of the laws they were currently working on. And there's just so much that they've been doing in the community that has been so good.
For a fresh first-time MP who I don't believe had even been in politics before this. I'm not sure about their exact history.
They were the Hamilton like local candidate, and they have a teaching background. Their background's in teaching. Yeah,
well, they were pushing above their weight. Above their weight.
Absolutely. Like, they were doing a lot better than, honestly, Nicola fucking Willis.
And this harassment probably won't stop, unfortunately, as we've seen with Jacinda, as we've seen with
Well, do you notice that there's no comments enabled? But look at the reactions. The third most liked one was the haha react.
Oh, great.
And because funnily enough, I look for that in any posts that are queer, and you'll always see people just laughing. And it's just, it again, that's where I'm like, it does frustrate me, because I'm like, there are so many people who are so hateful.
Yep. And they'll just move
behind this shit.
They will just move to the next target now that Benjamin's gone. So it's
well,
more
the thing
or
is,
less
they'll leave people attacking Benjamin.
Yep.
While they send the rest of them on, because that's the thing is, like, they are definitely not going to be left alone completely. Like, the fact that even just the posts about Benjamin leaving, people are, you know, making fun of. It's like, you got what you wanted. Fuck off. You know? And I hate that. There's that aspect too, and that I know for Benjamin, this is obviously not them, you know, caving into pressure or anything like that.
No, they made it quite clear. But the
fact that this situation would not have existed without all of that other bullshit, that's the part that really gets me angry, because I'm like, while they didn't win on Benjamin, they have won what they wanted. They're getting what they wanted. Benjamin's out, and now they can just continue to attack Maori women, and because and then actually, I had another post. There's a couple of there's I just reminded myself that there's even more tabs for me to share with you guys.
Oh my goodness.
I saw, so obviously Tori Whānau put out a post on Bluesky, talking about, obviously,
she's always pretty blunt, so I'm looking forward to what she has to say.
Yes, that neurospicy directness. So she put out being like, when I started working for the Greens in 2015, the landscape was significantly different. Yes, Materia Tude received unprecedented levels of abuse and, in my view, unhinged media reporting. Now the rhetoric is much more violent, defamatory, and there's widespread targeting of even more MPs/leaders. We have leaders like Peters, Seymour, and Luxon actively punching down on marginalised communities and seem proud doing so. It also appears New Zealand First is engaging people like Rhys Williams to actively target MPs like Benjamin Doyle. This is also extending to local body with groups like Better Wellington, harming others through the same tactics. And yeah, that is definitely...
Better Wellington, except for the gays and trans.
And then someone, I think, replied to this with this. In case anyone is wondering the effect of dehumanizing other humans. Murders of trans people nearly doubled over past 4 years, and black trans women are most at risk. And yeah, unfortunately, this kind of goes in line what I was saying with like I've noticed and ramping up in the last 5 years, because I'm obviously, a lot of my algorithms are very much heavily queer news filled, and I've seen so many, obviously mostly Americans, obviously, but even just like in terms of our own country, like it was a story from a few years ago where a trans teen had run away from home in Tauranga and was likely in Auckland. And all the article did was go through an absolute, like, all they did was misgender the kid, go on about the family, when, let's be real, I wonder why the kid ran away from home when it's clear, like, they're clearly a very unsupported trans teen. Like, it's just, it's frustrating when we already know that this stuff leads to death, but we have to, like, the fact that we have to kind of, like, remind people that, you know, not treating someone like a human is actually quite detrimental to their well-being, because we're social fucking creatures.
And if you try to promote acceptance in society, it becomes, oh, this is brainwashing, you're trying to spread an agenda, this is propaganda.
As if everyone doesn't have their own agenda. Like,
also, yes, it is propaganda, but like propaganda doesn't necessarily mean something's bad. Car crash commercials are propaganda. For example, I don't see anyone complaining about those. They've got all these car crash commercials saying, "Put your seatbelt on." Fucking fascists.
Right? God, fascists want us to wear they want us to wear our seatbelts. But then it was funny too, because that statement that Tory had gone in and made apparently pissed off Winston Peters.
Oh yay.
So yeah, on Friday.
Did you get all triggered, Peters? Did you? It's no fun.
Yeah, on Friday, MP Benjamin Doyle resigned from Parliament amid an onslaught of hate, vitriol, and threats of real-world violence. Following Bussygate, a scandal ignited and flamed by Peters himself. Peters took the opportunity to continue to fan the flames. Oh, Jesus. When asked by the spin-off how he felt about Wellington Mayor Tory Whānau suggesting his actions led to the threats and ultimately Doyle's resignation, Peters was not happy. Only a mind like yours, ill-trained, ill-educated, and not experienced enough would come up with that allegation, he said.
See, next time, don't bite for the sake of being, we're going to be fair and balanced. See, this is what you gave him exactly what he wanted. You fucking you fell for it, fucking hook, line, and stinker. You took the bait, and now he's just being like, you fucking morons, I didn't say shit, I didn't do this. I know I was the first person to mention it, and I brought it up, and all this is based on my stupid speculation. But you moronic biased media, of course you would suggest that I was the first person to talk about it. Like, why you guys even try? Why do you give him the time of fucking day? Just accept he's never gonna like you and stop fucking covering him. Fuck it.
I mean...
Why would you bother?
I do think there is quite a bit of a argument to be had against actually kind of deplatforming Winston at this point. His Alzheimer's is causing real world harm.
Like, yeah, and it's like literally no point. Like, even if he gets it completely his way, you've got what you wanted. The guy's gone. And he's still going, you fucking biased media, fucking... It's like... This is like the national argument where we're talking about the Labour trying to bring out more less problematic what was it policy. That was the word I was looking for. And it doesn't matter if they bring out the less extreme rhetoric. They're still going to paint it in the most extreme light they can, national will. So it's like, what's the point? You may as well go for the more, play to your base, not against your fucking critics. That's a better way to put it.
No, absolutely. And I think actually it's a really good point to just kind of maybe go into the last part of this article that I thought was quite poignant and interesting. Obviously, after talking about how their Tamaiti asked them to leave. This is not weakness. It is It is strength in tikanga Māori, the prioritising of whakapapa, hauora and whānau above all else. Doyle leaves with pride, carrying their community's trust and continuing their mahi outside of Parliament. In a political culture obsessed with individual survival, Doyle's act is revolutionary. It is survival, not surrender. MMP was designed to make Parliament look more like Aotearoa, New Zealand. More Māori, Takatapui, Pacific, migrant, women, and it has on the surface. Doyle's entry into the House was proof of that. But Doyle's exit shows the system's immaturity. Representation is possible, yes, but safety not so much. Parliament has not matured into a space capable of holding its diversity with dignity. Instead, MMP's promise is betrayed when those it elevates are hounded out by imported hate, by colonial tropes, and by critics who should know better. A mature Parliament would protect Doyle. A naive one shrugs as they walk away. Benjamin Doyles' resignation forces the question, whose Parliament is this? If it cannot hold Māori, Takatapui, rainbow and diverse communities safely, then it fails. Doyle told supporters, I'm leaving Parliament. I am not disappearing. I will continue to fight for people and planet, just not from inside the House. And that is the lesson here. Doyle leaves with integrity. It is the House and those who continuously seek to poison and vilify that must now account for itself. Until Aotearoa grows a Parliament mature enough to protect its most vulnerable, every resignation like this will remain not just a personal tragedy, but a national shame. And I love the way that ends.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. And yeah, I mean, they put it really well. I think while I am stoked that Benjamin is prioritizing their well-being and, you know, their whānau, of course, I am very angry that this ugliness has been not only started, and it was like, it feels almost worse because it's like, what? That Bussygate story basically was in headlines for about a week.
Yep.
People
It was
attention for
multiple weeks. It was multiple. I remember that.
okay,
I was like, I
couple
can't
weeks.
believe they're still going on about this. Like 3 weeks in, I think it was. Yeah, it was getting close to a month.
But it just seems like for something so small, we're losing such a great MP.
Mm-hmm.
It's just disappointing. But I really, really appreciated that Wātea article because it definitely articulated and kind of looked at it from that Māori lens that I think I just couldn't. Definitely helped me kind of work through my thoughts and feelings about this whole issue, because I know people were asking on Friday, but I was like, honestly, I haven't digested it all.
I can
yet.
sum up your thoughts and feelings.
Yeah, mate. If
I can
you
sum
could
it up.
do that for me, that'd be cool.
Cunts.
That was it.
Cunts.
Actuals, that's so good.
She said it, not me.
So true. Well, unless there's anything else you want to talk about on that, we might as well jump into the next one. Making sure I've got all my tabs. Oh wait,
It's all hidden. Don't worry.
no, that one's good. And that one's good. I love how you guys are just listening to me think out loud. I guess we.
Yeah. Well, so Emma, it was kind of you are kind of right. So it was it was actually what was it? Not the platform. It was at first at least the story I saw first showed up on the Centrist. That was it. Which I believe was that Jim Grennan.
Yeah,
it was all Grennan. They also tied it to this Cooker Twitter account that I think might be gone now. That was also partly poking into that, but it was if it wasn't for Winston Peters bringing it up, that would not have gained anywhere near as much traction.
It, a lot higher. So yeah, he didn't technically start it, but he started the actual the raru inside the house as well, because I mean. It's also said in the thing that, you know, this hatred has been coming from inside the house. The call is coming from inside the house. And we can tell the definite who is doing it, you know, like the Winstons, the Shanes. But I'm also kind of curious, like, who are the ones we might not suspect that are being bigots? I mean, maybe one day we'll find out, because it would be nice to maybe see if, I wonder if, you know, Ben might ever talk about, you know, bit more detail, these kinds of things. Who knows? It'd be great to talk to them at some point. But at the same time, probably not, because that'll also keep a target on them. For fuck's sakes.
Who knows? Maybe in 10 years.
Yeah, maybe. All right. Well,
once all the racists have gone back in their fucking hole.
I don't know. I don't think we got a hole big enough.
Well, have I got a party for you? It's called the Deep Hole Party. I'm bringing it back. Yeah,
Chuck them in the Marianas Trench.
I need to do like a video on my Deep Hole Party concept.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, everyone vote Deep Hole Party. We will fix your problems. We dig holes. We build. We dig holes and we fill them. We dig holes. We dig holes and we fill them. That's our policy. That's our strategy.
That was some great enunciating there, my friend.
Thank you. It's the sock.
Yeah, it's definitely.
It's the sock.
All right, I guess we'll just go into this one next, because honestly, I was just surprised to see this fucking come up today.
This is news of the week, at least. This is unless something else happens. This is the thing everyone's going to be talking about, and not.
I mean, how can we not? It's been literally we've had 4 seasons.
Yeah.
This is like a season finale. Like, this is the show has been cancelled now. The only thing you might get is a spin-off at this point.
No, they could Dexter it.
True.
Or they could do
like a prequel.
Do a prequel. They could do he wasn't really dead. Like, it was. They could do It's All a Dream. You could all be dreaming right now, guys. Have you pinched yourself?
Yeah, didn't really hurt that much, but I have issues. But yeah, so the last that I believe, I don't know if there's been anything that's been even further updated, because the last we've seen, the other 2 children are still...
No, they don't mean those kinds of seasons. They mean show seasons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not like seasons 4 seasons in 1.
Nah, kind of yeah. I am chronically a TV enjoyer, so don't mind me.
Yeah, they don't go outside, so Mage doesn't actually know what a season is.
To be fair, I'm getting so pale, I can't wait for the sun to come out again.
Get you some vitamin D.
Oh mate, I need that D real bad.
Anyway, yeah, so I saw this today, and it was like the first thing I kept trying to get information of that I couldn't find information about was the police officer that got shot in the head, and that was it.
Yeah,
there was no follow up to what happened there with the police officer.
Oh shit! The children to be found. I just saw one
there has been an update
26 minutes ago. Oh shit! Let's have a look at this one.
Okay.
Do we want to listen? Should we all listen first
Here
time
we've
together?
got
As I see,
Inspector. I think it's Constable Rogers. No relation.
Oh my god, is she actually a Rogers? Oh,
yeah, she's so Rogers.
I was listening to her on the first press conference that they had at 3:30. This is 5 minutes, but we'll see what she's got to say in the beginning.
Okay. At the earlier briefing this afternoon, we would provide you further information as soon as we knew anything else. And I can tell you with great relief this evening that soon after 4:30 today, we've located Tom Phillips' remaining children. They've been found in a campsite not far from here, further up the Tianga Road, and they are with police officers now and being removed from that location. I can confirm that the children are well and uninjured, and they will be taken to a location this evening for medical checks. I want to acknowledge the people who've worked on the ground today and those that have been part of this difficult and taxing investigation for the 4 years that Tom Phillips and his children have remained outstanding. I have with me this evening Detective Senior Sergeant Andy Saunders, who has led this investigation, and acknowledge the complexity and the difficult circumstances in which we have had to investigate this matter.
Am I just good? You go talk. Start talking.
I saw this earlier. I didn't see exactly how they found them, but yeah, they found the kids, and they're looking at. I don't think they've gone into much detail. Maybe they do in the question time later on, but it's probably not worth listening to all those questions because you get so many random ones like that. Like I was listening to the stand up today, and it was just like so many questions. I was just like, why are you asking this? Why are you asking that question?
Yeah.
Is that really the most foremost question on your mind right now?
Well, yeah, because I think actually I did end up, I think I accidentally on one of the articles, I thought it was a video, but it was just like the RNZ player. And so I was just like listening to this, they were doing an interview with a psychologist, I believe, talking about, you know, what might be like for the children, obviously, because like, I think for me, it's the fact that they were gone at such pivotal ages, like the fact
pivotal
that
ages, they were so young,
right? Like the youngest is 9 now. Yeah, like they're all almost in double digits.
Yeah,
like,
so some of these kids, it's like half their life they've been basically on their own, at least conscious life.
Yeah, because what Maverick and Ember, they will probably be the main. Yeah, they will be 50%, and for
so
the
Ember
girl,
would have been about 5 when
so they were 5, 4, and 8.
I think your maths was bad there. 5, 6, and 8.
Yep. Hey, I don't come here to do math.
Close enough. I criticized Hoskins earlier. I gotta be consistent with the maths criticism.
But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting. Not interesting good, interesting bad. To imagine what it's gonna be like. You know, I know the mums talked about how, you know, they just want to try and get the kids back into home life, but I'm like, God, that's gonna be so hard.
Well, so I tried to get a clear establishment of the timeline because this all happened so fast today. So essentially what it was there was a reported robbery. It seemed to be like a ram raid at a store that was reported. Then I guess the police officers had, at least, I'm not sure if they had information or just a hunch about how they were going to get back, and that they were, I believe that was in the stand-up, the police officers did say that it was more or less an officer's hunch that they knew where to put the spikes on the road. And that wound up disabling I think they were on a quad bike or something that. Yeah. And I guess there must have been 3 of them just sitting on the one bike or something.
No, there was only one child with him. So
but there were 2. There were 2 people.
There were guns.
And there was the child. So I'm not sure if the other person that who's now been apprehended was in another vehicle. I don't know. That was unclear to me.
Oh, I didn't realize there was a second.
So there's another suspect who's been not yet named, who's not Tom. Tom is dead. Yeah, and the kid. So there was Tom, who got shot after one of them shot the police officer in the head, who's apparently in hospital. I haven't heard anything about their condition, but they've
He'll probably still be in surgery.
I don't know. If they survived a headshot, that's amazing. Jeepers, you know.
Well, yeah, she said it would require a lot of surgeries as well. So I guess it's also like they are currently still alive, but unfortunately, like, fingers crossed they don't.
They took the kid, who I assume would have been the oldest, because I believe that was in the past. They didn't confirm who it was, but it was the oldest in the past.
Looks like
was accompanying him around on doing hijinks and stuff. He's probably trying to.
Well, yeah, they stole milk from I think the Pure or one of the places. Yeah, they stole milk.
It was the previous place like a few weeks back. Yeah, they just stole milk, and they were probably doing the same, just really trying to get supplies, I assume. And then they got. Cornered by police, gone to a shootout.
They tripped the alarm when they stole the milk. So it seems kind of like they just panicked and just grabbed some stuff.
I think this was unrelated to the milk thing, I think.
This one's unrelated.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. But no, I mean...
they took that kid, Aranga Tamariki took that kid, and they're now in, like, protective custody or whatever. They're helping that kid out probably process all this trauma. I assume it would be conflicting feelings for these kids, I imagine, because they're probably more or less. You think about when you were a kid in that age, like your parents are like the wisest, you know, they're the ones who are always. Maybe not for everyone, but you know, at least it was that for me. Like it was like my parents could probably convince me of anything, right? And so
and you trust them because they're the ones who, like, you know,
so
they've shown you can trust them.
we can only speculate what he's been telling his kids, but it's probably been something along the lines of maybe he's saying that, hey, Mum's just waiting for us back home. We'll see her any day now. Maybe completely disavowed. Said,
I mean,
fuck her.
I
Who knows?
highly doubt that. I feel like it's going to be more likely to be like, oh, you know, you guys have to come with me because otherwise they're going to take you away from me, because they have said multiple times. This is very clearly about custody. I know there's been comments people have made about him possibly maybe falling down some like Reddit hole type places where he might be picking up incels.
It's the fact that he's been in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like he's not been like hiding out in the city in like safe houses. He's been in the middle of fucking nowhere, which makes me think it was some like the government is watching me cooker type shit. Where it's like conspiracy stuff. I feel is probably the most likely angle to what drove him down this road.
Also, we got confirmation in the chat, so it was just him and his daughter. And at the end of that thing, they accidentally slipped out. It was the girl, which I mean, I think we all figured because obviously it's the oldest kid, and the kid was pretty tall. So, yeah.
I thought the oldest kid was the son, but I guess I was wrong about that.
No, I think he's like the youngest.
No, there's two sons and one girl, I thought.
Oh, I can't remember. I've seen their pictures, but
I know the oldest son had a mullet.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. No, that was the one I was thinking of.
Okay.
Was the mullet kid. But I actually there was a comment here that I was just trying to find.
Anyway, look at that. We're fake news. We are now officially fake news. We've spread false rumors.
Well, you spread them, not me.
No. I'm going to HR about this.
Oh, here we go. Yes, Tom's family lawyer has asked for a ban on reporting on the kids, which I really hope that does go through, because obviously I know we're all sitting here fucking speculating and shit, but that is one thing. Like, those kids are gonna need a lot of space.
Well, highlighted earlier, this one just saying, you know, the all the vultures and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Just they could be so insensitive.
Oh, actually, funnily enough, I've got a post coming up for a different story that's going to be along that line. But
also,
I mean,
apparently the mum didn't. She first heard from a reporter who called up.
Yes,
to ask about it.
I did hear about, because I think I saw the Detective Rogers or whatever her name was. Someone asked that at 3:30, because apparently they had contacted the mum and the mum didn't know at that exact point, which like is really bad on their behalf, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely less about the I feel like that's a little less about the vultures. If the media knew, mum should have known. Absolutely. Yep. Oh, and apparently Tom's parents had custody at the time they were taken. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a lot of things around this custody stuff. Is just
it'll unravel probably in the coming weeks, I expect, so.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, like, we're probably not going to get a very exciting story. It's just going to be, bro got scared, made really terrible decisions, and probably scarred his children for life, because those foundational years that they've just missed out on, you can't take that back.
Yeah.
Like, these kids are traumatized. They're going to need help and therapy. Like, it's...
I mean, depending on who it was that they apprehended and what their role in all this was, there could be a trial coming up, potentially.
Well, I mean, there's surely got to be people who are helping them.
Yeah,
so
well,
I guess we'll let the bare minimum.
That's almost a certainty, especially the way the police reporting that, like, that they were getting help from people. So who knows? Maybe they'll try and, like, you know, throw that person, you know, throw the book at that person or
well, I mean, they should throw it at anyone who was involved, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like the amount of police resources that were actively being used to go on these searches to find them, and the amount of resources that like this guy's wasted of, unfortunately, New Zealand taxpaying money too. Like,
well, it's just interesting also the timing of all of this, considering how it was playing out like 2 weeks ago, where they were like considering getting the army in because the police couldn't find them after like almost 4 years and all that stuff, and now it's like 2 weeks later, it's all ended in the most chaotic way possible.
Well, I'm also wondering if the interview that Paddy Gower did, wondering about that, because I know that they went on Paddy Gower because they were really trying to get him to come out, and it is interesting that they say, hey, we're trying to get him to come out, and then he does come out.
The police went on to Paddy Gower?
No, the family.
The family. Oh, okay.
The older sister and the mum. I don't know was it the mum as well? I think it was the older sister though, for sure, because like she went on and was speaking about basically what it's been like for her as the older sister, being like, I miss you guys so much and all of that. And that was kind of why they said they had gone on to Paddy Gower. It was so that they could try to have that emotional kind of plea and stuff like that.
I would say yes, Shaz. People who assisted would almost certainly be considered accomplices, yeah.
Absolutely.
Or accessories after the fact, or something like that.
Well, I don't think you'd be an accessory after the fact at that point. You'd be probably like either an accomplice.
But if we know how trials go, they always go for typically the easiest conviction. So
true.
If it's too hard to get accomplice, they will go for accessory after the fact or something like that.
No, that is fair. That is fair. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be, obviously, there's not a lot to talk about on this one, but I do feel so sorry for those kids. And also, I feel so sorry and just a lot of aroha for the mum.
Sorry. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. So I was just going to point out, Acting Deputy Commissioner Jill Rogers. So she's replaced the pedophile, I believe.
Oh, she's fucking... Oh! Jevin.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. Huh. That's crazy. But yeah, I'm just hoping that these kids will have a smoother transition back into the big, scary, fucking loud world. It's not going to be easy, but honestly, just wishing them the best, really. And then, you know what, we'll just go into this one. Fuck a transition. So I saw today the PPTA has recommended secondary teachers reject improved pay offer.
Okay. Yeah, I did see this. Because of all the news that was going on and all the other stuff today, I just didn't have a chance to follow this up. So I did see they'd got an offer.
Yeah. So I thought it would just be a good little one to chuck in because this is not a huge one to talk about. But it was interesting because, so it says the new offer included consecutive pay rise of 2.5% and 2.1% over 2 years for teachers at the top of the pay scale compared with previous offer of 1% pay rises over 3 years. Jesus Christ. Blood out of a fucking stone. Other teachers would get pay rises of $1,300 and $1,200, equivalent to 2.75 to 4% after 2 years, depending on their place on the salary scale, on top of annual progression up the scale. The government also wanted to increase the number of days teachers could be called back to work when schools are closed from 10 to 18 a year, and, get this, ACTS reimbursements for expenses like childcare for those days.
Oh, so there's a catch.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Well, because they're obviously trying to pull teachers back into the classroom, 8 days a year more, and then also make those 8 days non-reimbursable, which is...
Okay, so before I was sort of like, okay, it's not the best increase, but it's way better than what they had before, but once you add that stuff on, it's like, oh, okay. So you give some, you take some. Basically.
And what
also,
found...
the numbers that were given there, like 13 to 1,200 or whatever, and that's 2.75%. And what was their previous offer? Like 1 point something.
1% pay rises over 3 years.
Yeah, so God, that would have been like what, $400?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a year. So if we actually take that and divide that by days of a fucking year, that is pennies.
That's just over a week's rent for me.
Yeah.
It's fucking nothing.
A week, yeah, a week on top of, your usual. It's just fucking insane. But there was also a really interesting point down here. Oh, wait, I just noticed something else though. Okay. PPTA members were scheduled to begin refusing to teach different year levels of students on different days from Monday next week. Oh, that's funny. I like that.
Oh.
Phase your strike, Take it in shifts. Yes, here we go. The Commissioner, Sir Brian Roche, was overseeing this year's Teachers Collective Agreement negotiations. At the weekend, he said the revised offer for primary teachers was very good and was fiscally responsible. Brian said primary teachers moving up the pay scale would expect further pay rises of 3.9 to 7.7% a year. Meanwhile, Canterbury University Maths and Statistics senior lecturer Leighton Watson said he had calculated that the value of secondary teachers' pay had steadily eroded during the past 25 years when compared with the minimum wage. He said the top of the scale base salary of $130,000 was worth a bit more than double the minimum wage, which is down from more than 3 times the minimum wage in 2000.
Damn.
Yeah.
So the last 25 years, they've technically had a third pay cut in real terms.
Pay equity.
Yep.
Pay fucking equity.
There you go. So this is like the same boat as the nurses and doctors, essentially, too, which I think was kind of a
he said this is
thing.
the top of the scale base salary.
Okay.
Here it says teachers at the bottom of the scale now earned less than 1.5 times the minimum wage compared with more than double. So if you're actually just an everyday kind of beginner teacher levels, and well, I wouldn't just be a beginner, but yeah, you have to get to the way higher bands to actually be close to earning double the minimum wage. In this one, yeah, like if it was 3 times, so those teachers at the bottom scale are 1.5 times versus it used to be 3. It used to be over double that.
This fucking episode is way too maths heavy.
It is, actually. Why did I make there be math in this one?
I don't know.
I fucked up. Oh, okay. You want a quick bit of not math?
Yes.
Here's the colourful things of all the seats in the House. You wanted to know how much National took up Parliament, and there they are.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
look at colours. There you
go. Yeah.
Fuck this math shit. We're gonna look at
that's
pictures
actually
and
not a
colours.
bad way to do it. Yeah, fuck the numbers. Just look. Here's a representation. Here's a pie chart.
To be fair, if I had have had time, one day when I'm getting paid for this stuff, I'll visualize everything. We'll get data sheets on everything. But until that time, we get half of that and half of math chat, I guess.
All right, we're running low on time.
Yes.
So we better quicken it up.
I don't think we got much left, to be honest.
We don't got much left?
I think the only thing that I wanted to highlight... Oh, actually, there's 2 little things. We can rush through them, though.
2 little things?
Yeah. Well, because old fucking... Oh, I was just about to check it up. Sweet. Good old fucking Winnie P. Apparently, he's...
Oh, great. We're being hypocrites now. We're platforming.
Nah, but this is
being pointed out.
This is because he wants to make forced assimilation a legal requirement for immigrants.
Oh.
Well, that's how I'm terming it. I'm probably being a little overdramatic, but New Zealand
No, it's fair to be because these guys always undersell their vision.
You know what? So true, actually.
Yeah. So.
New Zealand First Leader Winston Peters wants all new migrants to have to sign a document agreeing to abide by New Zealand values.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's assimilation.
Okay, cool. I'm not over exaggerating it.
It's fucking dumb.
Right? Yeah. So I just saw this and went, first of all, you got Shane Jones bloody nuclear power.
Mm-hmm.
Now these motherfuckers are like, yeah, okay, we'll let more immigrants in. But they're going to sign a contract. And like, also, what New Zealand values? Who's going to define these New Zealand fucking values?
Does he go into what he's even talking about? What are New Zealand values? Does he define that? Can you define that?
Okay, so all we get is if they don't salute our flag, don't support freedom of religion, don't support democracy.
Bitch, I've never saluted the flag.
Don't support a whole lot of those traditional New Zealand values, then why
shit on your fucking flag. Jesus.
Half the ones that have come here in recent times have used New Zealand truly as a bolt hole or stepping board to go to Australia. This is just the country being misused.
Isn't that what you want? You want them gone?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know if he
doesn't know what the fuck he wants.
Leave. And it's like, we're not against
we don't want
smart
you here, but...
immigration. What is smart immigration, Winston? Please.
It means rich immigration.
Exactly. That's what I mean, though. I want him to explain it. Tell us what you mean, Winston.
Yeah, they're going to take an IQ test.
We're against unfocused immigration. So what? Poor people are unfocused and rich people are smart.
Unfocused on what?
I don't know. Unfocused on being the type of racist he wants them to be.
Not focused on him.
Yeah. Prime Minister Christopher...
Well, you know what's sort of the sad thing is a lot of people who really buy into a lot of his rhetoric or the racist rhetoric that's spread by these guys are immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. Especially a lot of people who are like anti Teteriti and stuff like that. That they're all people who are fairly uninformed on that issue and just see it as a racial sort of superiority type thing rather than in the historical context it is. So a lot of those people sort of whatever.
Honestly, yeah. And Christopher Luxon told Morning Report, New Zealand already had a citizenship oath that migrants made upon citizenship. Migrants make a great contribution to this country. I think we've actually managed immigration well under successive governments because it has been smart. It has been legal and it has been linked to the economic agenda.
Because I work with a lot of... Yeah, I work with a lot of Indian people, for example, right? And... I don't know anyone who shits on India more than those guys. They're just like, India is a fucking shithole. We don't want to let any more Indians in because we're all idiots. They say shit like that. Not so bluntly, but you know.
I like this one from Mr. Arvids. I thought our values were getting on the piss and calling our politicians shit cunts.
That's true. Or actually, bullying them so they quit parliament.
Yeah. Bully the bigot. Bully the faggot and just have a beer with your racist old koro.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, I just saw that and went, of course he fucking is.
Yep.
But we don't have to go through that one anymore.
Just fuck this guy.
Yeah. And then the last thing, so I saw this original post from TPM, but I thought that this person actually kind of framed it in a way that I didn't even think about. I hear stories like this about the lengths reporters will go to gotcha opposition politicians, and then they expect us to believe they just don't have the resources to cover important stories like David Seymour's connection to Tim Jago or serious questioning of Winston Peters' hate campaigns.
Hey, I said that.
Hey. Oh, God. Screenshots.
Okay.
Yeah, so this was actually put out. I saw this post.
This is touching on an interesting thing.
Exactly, which is kind of what we were talking about a little bit before. Media behavior. During the by-election campaign, we experienced predatory media behavior. Reporters pouncing out of bushes, hidden camera people, turning up to kura without whānau knowledge or permission, creating alarms at malls.
What was that one? Kura? Was it?
Kura, yeah.
Kura? What's that? Sorry?
School.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, so like turning up to schools.
That's
with children,
fucking weird.
Without actually saying anything to the whānau.
Okay.
Creating alarms at malls, chasing us into lifts. Even today, screaming at us, why won't we allow interviews filming it to heighten the drama for their 6 p.m. viewership? We chose not to engage with mainstream tabloid aggression because protecting our MPs, candidates, and whānau always comes first. Their decision, as they'd been told numerous times, stands until we sit down kanohi ki te kanohi, face to face. I refuse to allow them to use their media to come first. That decision, as they'd been told numerous times, stands until we sit down kanohi ki te kanohi. I refuse to allow them to use their media platform to demonize us. This was never about avoidance or transparency. It's simple. We will never ever compromise the safety of our whānau. I hope you all understand. And then for those who might be listening, there is a picture that says, when you don't respond to bad behavior, you get more of it. Sorry.
Yeah, this is an interesting one to me. I mean, at least now I have more context, because previously it was just like they wouldn't let us in because apparently we were being mean on the campaign trail or something like that. That's all I heard, like through RNZ, I think, stuff like that. This puts in a bit more context, assuming it's legitimate, which, I mean, I have no reason to particularly doubt.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the fact that they felt they had to, I mean, Debbie obviously felt so compelled. She had to bloody put this out last minute.
Yeah, so this is coming straight from Debbie, which gives it a bit more legitimacy to me. But, you know, all I can do is
obviously
be skeptical.
The night. Yeah. It was the night of Oreni's thing, so they were clearly getting harassed and harangued.
But by the sounds of it, assuming all this is true, I'd say they're completely justified not letting them in. Assuming that those were the guilty parties as well, in all of this, it seems like more of a thing that like the more right-wing sort of media would probably be doing. But
oh yeah, but at the same time, I don't know. I mean, we've seen.
I'm assuming they had an RNZ logo or, you know, One News logo on their microphone when they were.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it would actually be really curious to know. Like, honestly, I kind of want to name and I wanted to name and shame.
I want that too.
Let us know who sucks, because I don't want to be supporting people who are just harassing TPM and not harassing David Seymour.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, like I want more specifics about this, and who are these people? Because it might be just a few rotten apples in this tree who need to fucking go. Who knows? But
I don't know. I feel like it's probably quite wide, because also Bubba, just for context, this is so this was posted around, you know, last night, when obviously Oreni's by-election win was all the rage. Obviously that's why they referenced the 6 p.m. viewership, because obviously they knew that they were wanted to try to get some like sensational thing to be like, ooh, look, TPM beat Labour and now they'll never be friends.
Yeah.
So,
but I agree. Name and shame. You should do it, Debbie. If you specifically know who these people are who are doing this shit, call them out.
Well, yeah, I mean, it would definitely be good to know who to not support. Because, like we've said, we need to be...
This is some TMZ shit popping out of the bushes, you know? We don't want that.
Yeah. And the fucking secret film, the hidden camera shit, that's just, like... I don't know. It feels like all of this is just part of that bigger, wider attitude and ugliness that, like, seems to be really just digging its claws into everything. And I'm going to blame Atlas, because it's always comes back to fucking Atlas. But...
Could be.
It's really, really shitty to see how much mainstream media is willing to go to fucking harass Te Pāti Māori, yet, you know, like, it's just disappointing to see all of the implicit bias and whatnot kind of manifesting itself. So... yeah. I mean, that wasn't like really a story. It was more about a post. But
I mean, no, that was actually much appreciated. Like I said, they gave context to, like, I'd only heard, I think, like, One News's sort of take on this, or RNZ's take, which was just vague, just that they wanted us not attend for media, you know, apparently being unfair on the campaign trail. But that gives a bit more context, at least. As the specifics.
No, and that's the thing is, like, I really fuck with how much TPM stick to their values in terms of, you know, protecting the MPs. I mean, we're literally watching an MP get kicked out of the House, who already was also trying to stay out of the spotlight a lot of the time. Like, we didn't see Benjamin in a lot, but we, you know, it's just sad.
Just a couple of things I'm going to run by. Apparently, Taxpayer Union has been doing this, harassing councillors, getting them to sign this. Yeah,
I fucking saw that. Someone posted in the Discord.
Well, here's an actual picture. I believe there's an actual picture of the pledge.
Yes, I believe there is.
Which pledge that I will oppose any measures that will see the total burden of rates, levies, and additional council charges exceeded the level of inflation and population growth. Support initiatives that improve transparency of council expenditure. Blah blah blah. Just expose unelected appointments onto council committees. What? With spending or regulatory powers. I don't know what the fuck that means. Oppose unelected appointments onto council meet. What the? Who's unelected? Who are they talking about? I don't even know.
I'm assuming it's gonna be some Maori thing.
Yeah,
Isn't
probably.
That what it always was with those guys? Those Maoris?
Probably. Yeah. Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah. You're probably right. Anyway, moving on from that. Just some slight, not too much good news today, but some slight good news. Conservative r/conservative Kiwi was banned from Reddit.
Oh, I was actually going to say something for that earlier. I was like, did you see that? Yeah, I heard.
They broke rule number 1, which is marginalizing people. Essentially being racist, being bigoted. They got banned for that.
Conservatives were being bigoted.
Yep.
Fucking breaking news, everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, you heard it here first, Fano. Oh man.
They will be back, but At least they're gone for now. So we've disrupted them for maybe a hot minute.
I mean, I'll be honest. I did kind of like going there if I really wanted to like get angry.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I remember trying to go on there a couple of times and just being like, oh my god.
And here was a post, by the way, also from Mountain Tui that I just thought was great. 30 reasons to dislike Christopher Luxon.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, so
I only need one.
Try and power through these. City owned a scooter and the Tesla was his wife's. 1A, has never one single time been seen anywhere near a scooter. Number 2, we don't just do bottom feeding and focus on the bottom when talking about poor New Zealanders. Number 3, City catches the train in Auckland when bad-mouthing Te Huia, the train from Auckland to Hamilton. 3A, has never one single time been seen anywhere near a train. Number 4, claimed rebates with Teslas. He says he doesn't own them, and then he got into government and scraped the rebates. Number 5, took a limo a few hundred meters to Parliament after he became national leader to big note himself. Number 6, called NZ the best little economy on earth like a fucking weirdo. Number 7, called NZ's democracy an experiment like a fucking American weirdo. This is great. Number 8, gave the same speech at Waitangi 3 years in a row. Number 9, slang lunch money Lewis bills desperately at reporter, and we all had to see it. I may have said that. Sang Lunch Money Lewis. Yeah, there we go. Number 10, called his parenting philosophy being caretakers, cops, coaches, and consultants. I didn't know he said that, but that's fucked.
Wow.
10A, this was taken from a fucking weirdo fundy parenting camp in the USA, which he attended.
Okay.
Number 11, said he wanted to be an intentional prime minister. Intentional prime minister. I don't know what the fuck that means. Number 12, was unaware of contracting the Saudis as Air NZ CEO. Number 13, was unaware of Uffendell beating up a kid with a bed leg as a teen. Number 14, was unaware of. Am I saying that right? Uffendell, is it Uffendell?
Uffendale, I believe.
Uffendale, scaring a flatmate so much that he had to flee the house. Number 15, agreed with an interviewer that abortion was tantamount to murder when he first made national leader. Number 15, agreed with number 16, tried to make Nicola Willis hold his hand on stage. Okay, that is bad. Don't do that. Yeah, number 17 has said what I'd say to you so many times that everyone in New Zealand hates him for it. Number 18 said he was entitled to his entitlements after he got paid by us for living in his own flat in Wellington. Number 19 said he was wealthy and sorted when noting that everyone else was doing it tough. Number 20 said he stopped attending the weirdo fundy prosperity gospel church, the Upper Room, years before becoming a politician, despite other members of the church saying they saw him there more recently than that. Number 21 said New Zealand was playing a wet, whiny, inward-looking game and had lost the plot. He also said that about Israel too. Number 22 badmouthed us in the UK. Number 23 said it's not about the frickin' targets when asked about his campaign promises failing to be delivered. Number 24 handed out self-help books to professional public servants like he was doing them a favor. Number 25, oh my god, pretended to put together a cheap barbecue for himself and put it on social media when we all know he lives in Remuera in a wanky house that would have been an outdoor kitchen. 26 showed us his tool drawers and pretended he does DIY. Number 27, yeah, he organized them over COVID, guys. Number 27, he got really angry with Rebecca Wright when she said confidence is not competence, Christopher. He said, I am confident and competent, and I know how numbers work. Like a little child. 28 posted that photo himself. Posted that photo of himself in his boxer shorts for some reason. I haven't seen that. I don't think I want to. Number 29 posted that photo of himself in matching PJs with his family for some reason. Number 30 spent $27,000 taking the Australian Prime Minister to the top of a mountain in a helicopter and lied about it showing on Australian News TV. Damn. And I made it. You're muted, by the way.
And I said, that's not even the dumbest thing. Like, that's not all of the dumbest shit he's done, too.
No, that was only 30 reasons.
Damn.
Yeah. I look forward to 30 more Mountain Tui. Please keep it up. Please give us more. Mountain
Tui doing such good mahi, though.
Exactly. Anyway, yep, like the stream, guys. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, guys. We'll probably have to call it there. We're 1 minute shy.
People are already going over to the BHN chat, so don't worry. We'll be on the way there, Whānau. Yep. I may have already commented in the BHN chat from Aotearoa tonight, so
and
I will share my screen. Outro. Yes, I did it. I may have only just remembered to do it now, but I did it.
But thank you very much for joining us tonight, guys. We will have more for you soon. Exactly. And I am working on something.
And you'll just pop me on the screen when you can.
There we go.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Whānau. Have a great night. I'll see you soon.
Akite.
The fuck you mean you ain't heard no fucking?
Yeah, I'm back to the bone. I ain't sure what you been told. Yeah, I'm mad. You a clone. Sussy boy don't even have a sound of his own. I'm a dad. You're the song. I'm a fire hazard making hits from my home. I'm a tad big bro. Baby no money means baby no stone. I like chick flicks, yeah I'm realistic. Big bone bad lady with some lipstick. Ooh, I got a freak on me. I went for 5 seconds, yeah we talking history. Then a snip, 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 no vasectomy. That's the key. I don't want a smaller me. Actually, possibly, maybe. I'm rapping off the beat. Whoa, I like big cases filled with blue faces. I'm talking money, money, money. I'd rather not rhyme shit. I'm a hypocrite. Yeah, I'm a rapper, but I'd rather do a Fitbit bit. Cause I care about your health, no shit. Yeah. ABC, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Here comes the beat. Yeah, I'm back to the bone. I ain't sure what you been told. Yeah, I'm mad. You a clone. Sussy boy don't even have a sound of his own. I'm a dad. You're the song. I'm a fire hazard making hits from my home. I'm a tad big bro. Baby no money means baby no stone. She push that. Spend. Say to some lies. My bad. Are you surprised? Shouldn't be. Open up your eyes. Sesame. I'm not a want baby. I need a want baby. gonna call me crazy? Baby, can you get low? I don't wanna do no chit-chat. When I'm in the club, can't you see I'm on a tic-tac? I took it down. I'm dancing with your bitch like a clown. Have to pay respects. Follow along now. ABC, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Here comes the beat. Yeah, I'm back to the bone. I ain't sure what you been told. Yeah, I'm mad. You a clone. Sussy boy don't even have a sound of his own. I'm a dad. You're the song. I'm a fire hazard, making hits from my home. I'm a tag. Big bro. Baby, no money needs, baby, no stones.
The women of this government are hard-working cunts.